Good morning and welcome to your online class for IE for February 7th. It's Thursday. Today we're going to do 4 things. First, you're going to do spelling squares on Seesaw. And we've done this many times. So you're going to fit the letters in the squares. So if I were to write a word in these squares, I could write S, Q, U, A, R, E, S, squares. So you'll find this activity on Seesaw. Second, you're going to revise and edit your how-to essay, and I'm going to help you do that. Number 3, you're going to read on your own for 20 minutes. So if you have a book at home, you can read that. There's also some websites that I've put on Moodle that you can look at and on Seesaw as well. And they have some fun books. I know some students especially like the Code and Codex books that are on OWL. Okay, so have your parents set a timer, read for 20 minutes, and then there is an activity to do on Seesaw after you read. Number 4, you're going to look at text features. So remember, text features are things like titles, headings, illustrations, and graphics. So you're going to read about how to make a stick puppet and then highlight the text features. And I give you directions on the colors to do that. After, you can make the puppet if you want with your mom or dad. If you do decide to make the puppet, take a picture and put it on Seesaw. You don't have to though. Some of you might not have the things at home to make a puppet. Okay. So let's talk about how to revise and edit your how-to essay using your checklist. Okay, so first we're going to talk about editing and revising using a checklist. Remember, when we edit and revise, we want to make sure we have good capital letters, punctuation, and also we want to add or take away words to make things more clear and more interesting for our reader. So we looked at the checklist on Wednesday, when you started writing your rough draft. So remember, our checklist included how to in the title. We had capital letters and punctuation. We had transitions that tell the order we do things, words like first, next, then, and last. We use present tense verbs like cut, mix, and stir. We use short, clear sentences. We want to use short sentences because it's easier for people to understand. If our sentences get too long, the people who are following our directions can get confused. We also use illustrations and graphics. So remember, illustrations and graphics are fancy words for pictures. So here I put a picture of the sun. We also use labels. And so here I wrote the word sun. That's my label for the picture of my sun. And finally, we use headings. Headings are small titles in the text or story. So small titles in our how-to essay. So here was one that says things you will need. Okay. Remember, when we do our how-to essay, we want to use a colored pen or colored pencil so we can see the changes that we made. So let's talk about some of the changes that I've made. Okay, so first I had how to use Raz-Kids for my title. And you can see I started the title with how to, just like it said in my textbook or my checklist. Then I put a heading, things you need. So I started with computer or iPad, but I thought, I can also use Raz-Kids on the phone. So I crossed out or and I added or phone. then your teacher's password, and your password. Over here, for the illustrations or graphics, I didn't have a heading yet, so I added log in to RazKids. And here is my illustration with my label of teacher's password and computer. Okay. Down here, for my directions, I didn't have a heading yet, so I put what to do. So that way, it's easy to see the things I need, what my computer looks at, and what I need to do. So I put, first, turn on the computer. And remember, up here I had iPad or phone, so I added down here, iPad, comma, or phone, period. I put a comma here because when we have three things, we use commas. Next, find your teacher and your teacher's password. I wanted to add some more details about what students could look for. So I added look for the rectangle in the middle. And I'm going to put the middle of the computer screen. That just makes it very clear to find our rectangle in the computer screen. My next sentence says, after that, find your name. I thought that was pretty good, so I didn't add anything there. Then add your password. I wanted to add your password is 2 pictures because a lot of times passwords are letters or numbers, but for RazKids, we use pictures. So that might make it easier for kids to find their passwords. Last, go to your assignments. It looks like a rocket ship. And this sentence will also help kids find where their assignments are if they know what to look for. Finally, I wanted to add a closing. A closing is a sentence that leaves your reader with a good feeling. It reminds them that what they read was interesting and helpful. So I put have fun reading with an exclamation point because I really like reading. If you're cooking something, you might say have fun cooking or have fun eating or maybe it's delicious. If you were writing about a game, you might say have fun playing or good luck. Okay? So see what kind of interesting closing sentence you can think of. So let's look back at the checklist. Okay. So I have use how to in the title. And you can see that I have that here. So on my checklist, I'm going to type yes. Okay. Did I start all of my sentences with capital letters? Yes, I did. So I'll put yes again. Did I use periods, question marks, and exclamation marks at the end of each sentence? Yes. Did I use transitions, like first, next, then, and last? Yes. Almost each sentence starts with a transition. Oops. So I'll go ahead and add yes. Did I use present tense verbs, not past tense verbs with ed? Yes, all my verbs are in present tense. And were my sentences short and easy to understand? I think so. Did I have an illustration or graphic? Yeah, remember I drew the computer here and I put labels. So I can add yes to these two. Okay. And finally, did I put headings? Yes, I have 3 headings, things you need, log into RazKids, and what to do. So I'm going to put yes. Okay. So when you edit and revise your rough draft, you'll do it on paper, on the paper that you wrote your first draft. And you'll use a colored pencil or colored pen to make your changes. Then take a picture and put it in Seesaw. So the assignment for Seesaw looks like this. So you'll go to Revise and Edit How To Essay. Add response. Find your name. Whoops, you're not going to do that. That's a picture of me. Take a picture of it, and then you can click this one that says Upload. And then you can put your picture of your edited draft there. Okay? I'm sure your parents can help you with that. Good luck, and we'll see you more tomorrow.